Alright, welcome back to another video. Today's going to be the second leg day of this mesocycle. Now last week, if you remember back to last week's video, I kind of eased myself in quite easily, you know, because we had a couple of extra or different sort of novel movements in. We left out the heavy leg extension, heavy leg curls that we would normally be doing. This week it's all about going to be sort of building on what we did last week, trying to up the intensity. So we're going to add back in the a heavy set of leg extensions, a heavy set of leg curls as finishers. I also want to try, if I can, to add a little bit more weight onto the stiff-legged deadlift. I want to see where my strength is at. The thing with the stiff-legged deadlift is because it's a compound movement, you're using any one of a number of different muscle groups could essentially be the limiting factor. So I want to just up the weight until I find where my sort of comfort level is, where my weak links are. The good thing about because I'm not doing any deadlifts, I've taken the deadlifts out of back day, my erector spinae aren't getting as much work as probably they should, especially because I'm also not doing any proper squatting. My erector spinae aren't getting the workouts that they need. In fact, I don't think, apart from maybe the seated rows and the T-bar rows, they're not really getting any work at all. And even in those, they're on an ancillary muscle group for those exercises. They're not really the prime muscle that's being worked. With the stiff-legged deadlifts, they will be getting a brave bit more work than they are in those two movements. So I'm imagining that those are going to be, my erectors are going to be my weak link there. So I want to just push the weight a little bit on that. It didn't go heavy last week. We only went up to 100 kilos, and that felt really heavy. I want to just see how far over that can I get before I really start to feel like now, you know, we're toying with something maybe going pop or ping or other ways wrong. So I'll push a wee bit of weight on that and see how far we can go. I would love to add in a bit of weight to the stiff-legged, or not the stiff-legged, I'd love to add in a little bit more weight to the split squats. But I don't know if that's going to be possible or not for a couple of reasons. Like I said last week, my balance isn't the best, which is why I use the chair to sort of brace myself. So I can make I've got a hand free that I could use. I can put a dumbbell in. But the other side of the coin is, after doing them last week, my quads were absolutely on fire when I was doing them, to the point where when I finished the set, or whenever I finished the exercise, finished the last set, I actually felt my legs felt like jelly. So I was really pleased with that. So I was. But I would love to add in a bit of weight there. If I can, I will. If I can't, I won't. But it's always a target to sort of to aim for. Again, it's one of those things that I think I was saying in the last video, the arms and arms workout, that I think it's about time that I invest in a weighted vest of some sort, because that would help me with the dips. It would also help me with the split squats. So it would. Leg press, we only went to 180 kilos last week, and to be honest, I'll see how I feel. I'm going to add in weight if I can. If I can't, I can't. But I don't really mind, because, like I said, the split squats are leaving my quads like jelly anyway. So they are. So the fact that we've come down a bit in weight there isn't bothering me too much on the leg press. I will add weight if I can, and I'll try and keep the form as strict as I can. Get a good, as deep a sort of deeper range of motion as I can get on it. And then like I said, we'll finish off with a heavy set of leg extensions and a heavy set of leg curls. Now I'm not expecting, because it's been now 3 weeks or something since I did the heavy leg extensions and leg curls, I'm not expecting to move mountains on those two exercises, to be honest. So we'll just see how we feel when it comes to those, and we'll push as hard as we can, while still trying to keep the form as strict as we can, and see what we can accomplish. Anyway, let's get to it.
Forever young, or am I faking on the tip of my tongue? There's a sarcasm waiting for you. I'm willing to trade my soul the door, although the room's already crowded. But I'll keep shining over you all, and with your wings entwining, you better face the fall, keep trying again. Oh yeah, keep trying again. Zeros, everybody's trying to be heroes when all they have to say to be okay is I don't know. And keep trying again. I'll keep shining over you all with your wings entwining. You better face the fall. Zero. Everybody's trying to be heroes when all they have to say to be okay is I don't know. Are you okay? I'm not sure. Blinded razor lights, baby, cover me. Come here, close my eyes, universe to see. Give me hope, you can see me home. Give me sing, the beauty of the stage. Come now over me, nurse me back to sleep. Sweetness of the dark will go into deep.
Mr. Davey here. I just wanted to touch on something that I'd seen. I actually seen it on Ivan Bodybuilding, or Ivan Bodybuilding, I think is the way he pronounces his name, about a video that had went out on Olympia TV's YouTube channel with Derek Lunsford and Samson Dowda and Nick Walker training together, and he made the point that apparently during this video, now I haven't watched the Olympia TV video, but he had it on the video he had made, but Derek Lunsford was caught on hot mic, on a hot mic, basically disparaging Nick Walker and Samson Dowda by saying, I'm not taking my shirt off, sure, them two are only fighting for third place. So they are implying that he's fighting for first place and therefore a league above them. And on Ivan's channel, he said about how this was very disrespectful and everything. And I wanted to sort of address it, because it's a sort of thing, in my mind, it's either a setup or you're being manipulated, or you're being manipulated by being set up. And let me explain what I mean by that. If you think about how the Olympia makes money, they make money by driving controversy. So that you only need to think back 10 years ago to whenever Phil Heath and Kai Green had the back and forward. You know, it's kind of like the rivalries they have in the professional wrestling. You know what I mean? It's all made up nonsense. So it is. But what I think has happened there is it's either been set up by the Olympia people. I think Tarek was involved in it. It's either been set up where they said, right, you say this, and then we'll put that out, and that'll drive ticket sales, and everyone will want to go, and it'll all be a big thing, and there'll be loads of drama and back and forth, and you just can battle it out on stage and all this old nonsense, all to get the old greenbacks. Or it genuinely was a hot mic moment where Derek just said what he said, not realising he was caught in hot mic. But you got to think about it. If that was genuine, he did really say that, really think that, why did the Olympia TV people not just edit that out to make sure that it wasn't taken the wrong way by the fans? And again, because they saw an opportunity to get people's emotions riled up so that they could extract money from them. So really what I want to say is just be mindful of the motivations of the people involved behind the scenes as to why that went out in the first place. Do you know what I mean? Don't just jump all over Derek because he said what he said. If he said what he said, maybe he shouldn't have said it. Maybe it was the wrong thing to say. But at the end of the day, is it really that important? Do you know what I mean? Just suppose try and keep a level head about the whole thing, and not get the pitchforks and the firebrands out too quick. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get back to the workout.
patrol. Standing by your side with my heart on hyperdrive. I'll do what it takes to make you believe. With my heart on hyperdrive, we do what we want, but when I'm free, with our hearts on hyperdrive.
All right, that's going to do it for legs. Really over the moon again with how that went today, with it being only the second leg session of this mesocycle. We added 10 kilos into the stiff-legged deadlifts to the top set, and I only managed 8 reps with it, but they were good reps. I felt that they were good reps anyway. I'll need to look at the video back and make sure, but they felt like they were good reps. And I also added in my warm-up set. I was 10 kilos heavier on the warm-up set of stiff-legged deadlifts, and then 5 kilos heavier on the middle set. So that represents, cumulatively, quite an increase in intensity in just 1 week. So I'm really happy with that. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to add in any weight to the split squats, but again, my legs felt, after that first set, my legs really did feel like jelly again. So something's happening, something's working. So if I'm getting the burn out of it, I'm getting a burn on a pump. Getting a burn on a pump, you can't really ask for much more than that, so you can't. Leg press, again, with the leg press, added in 10 kilos to the leg press, and that's still less than 200 kilos that I'm doing there. But after doing the split squats and the fact that the stiff-legged deadlifts are a heavy compound movement, if you think back to before, when I was doing the leg press, I had just done literally just like a pre-exhaust session of unilateral leg curls and leg extensions, and then was going straight into the leg press. So I was getting in much fresher, both from a cardiovascular point of view and just from the quads and the hamstrings themselves and the glutes. I was getting into it much fresher. So that I'm still doing 180 kilos and keeping the reps fairly good. You know, every rep I felt I was coming right down onto the safety stops and driving hard up. And the last, you know, I even tried where I could to add a bit of a pause in at the bottom. So really happy with how that went. And the surprise for me, the surprise of this session was the leg extensions. The leg extensions, I went in at just 80 kilos, thinking that I was going to really struggle with it, and it went up like butter. It really felt super easy, especially for it being the last exercise and the last quad exercise, as it were, of the session. It went up so easily. So it did. So I went up to 95 kilos in that, which isn't, like, that's only 10 kilos off the top weight that I was doing at the end of last mesocycle. In fact, better than that, it's not. It was the end of the previous mesocycle that I was doing that weight. Last mesocycle, I cut it down and tried to keep the reps a bit stricter. So it's probably only about 5 kilos off where I was at the end of last mesocycle. And again, the seated leg curls. Now, the seated leg curls felt more challenging than the leg extensions. But again, I actually went up, 5 kilos heavier than where I was at the end of the last mesocycle. Now, that's still, I think, 5 kilos off where I was at the end of the previous mesocycle, but that's still for the second week of this mesocycle. That's, you know, I'm doing pretty well there, I feel. And then I finished off, I added in then just one set of unilateral leg extensions and leg curls just for the right leg. That my right leg still, I feel it's still, I haven't measured it in a few weeks. I'm going to have to measure it again just to see, but I still feel, I feel whenever I had the pump after doing the leg curls, I had a feel in my hamstrings. My right hamstring definitely felt smaller than my left, to my touch, as it were, to my calibrated fingers. Which is why I added in then the extra set of unilateral work for the right leg. It was only one set, so it's not the be all and end all. But yeah, all in all, I'm really pleased with how today's session went. It will remain to be seen how that translates going forward. Can we keep this sort of level of progress up over the course of the next, you know, sort of 3 or 4 weeks or whatever? I don't know, but we'll do our best. So anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. If you've enjoyed the video, feed the anabolic algorithm with a comment, shares, likes and subscribes, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.